them to come back. In fact, everybody, how are you doing today? Hope you are having a fine and wonderful evening. I am Brett FX, will be your caster for this evening, and we are here watching the ESL One BF4 Winter 2015 season. It's going to be an awesome one here, guys. And I have to say, we had a lot of changes going in from last season into this one, so really, really exciting stuff going to be going down. Really looking forward to the developments that we're going to be having coming out of these teams. I know we've had a lot of roster changes coming out in teams splitting up. Teams losing their organizations. The big news today, guys, if you did not hear, was that Dexterity has dropped their BF4 team, which means that those guys are now looking for a new organization. So if you're a top-tier organization, let those players know they are a fantastic team. So really kind of surprised to see them dropping it, just because they are, I mean, they are the dominant BF4 team, bar to Fnatic. But anyways, we also have Uran switching it up, actually splitting on their team. Some of their players went over to Ping, and then we do still have the Uran team, so pretty awesome stuff. We are going to be getting started here. First teams will be TSC Esports versus Evo Gaming. Apologize for the name there, guys. And we are going to be having our first map, which will be on Goldman Railway. So pretty interesting map there. This is going to be a best of 3 if you guys are not familiar with the system. We are going to be seeing 10-minute rounds, best of 3 maps, and of course we are going to be having squad obliteration as our game type. And it's gonna be pretty good. I'm really looking forward to this. Teams have kind of figured out how squad obliteration works. We've seen a lot of the strategies kind of worked out of their kinks. A few new bans have come in as well. So we're seeing the bans being on because of the new attachments that are now allowed in the game. We are going to be seeing some the IR and the infrared bans coming in for smoke. So pretty cool stuff there. I know teams and players are definitely excited to see them being able to use their own favorite sites and attachments again. So if you guys didn't know that, you've been out of the swing of things, definitely go check it out. Yeah, we are going to be getting started hopefully here pretty soon. All the players are in. Oh, no, it looks like we do have one drop. So anyways, guys, we are going to be seeing 4 cups going down this season for the next basically 3 Sundays that are going to be going down. So we have it on the 4th, the 11th, the I believe it's the 18th and the 25th. So definitely tune in on those days. We are going to be having our regular season cups going down, and then of course we will be having our playoffs, which will be happening after that. And those are going to be absolutely exciting. I know last year's or last season's rather was just amazing. I mean, we saw some really good games coming out of those. So this year it should be well, it should be just as impressive. We are going to be seeing a prize pool at the end in the playoffs going down, just like it was in the previous 2 seasons. So will be $1,000 for 3rd and 4th place, 2nd getting $2,000, 1st getting $2,500, and of course the opportunity to go to the offline finals in Cologne, Germany. And I have to say, I went to the offline finals last season in Gamescom. It was insane. It was amazing. I'm really looking forward to what these teams are going to be doing to get to that spot this time. So without further ado here, guys, we are going to be getting started in just a few moments here on Goldman Railway. Once again, it is going to be Evo Gaming versus TSC Esports. And yeah, we should see how these guys are going to be faring. I have not cast either of these teams, so I'm not too sure how any of them are going to be faring here in this match. And of course, like I said before, this is going to be a best of 3, so these guys, they can kind of drop a couple of matches, and it's going to be perfectly okay. So right now we are going to be seeing those pushes coming on out, and pretty standard so far, as we do see the Rockets taking down all of those mid buildings. I mean, that's pretty much absolutely what you have to do. Pretty heavy push over there coming out from TSC, though, as they are going to be getting 4 players up next to the bomb. I do like this placement, though, from Pinzin coming over here into the backside. He's going to be preventing any kind of back rages that could actually come in and take out his teammates. So we'll see if he's going to be successful here in picking up this last kill. Doesn't look like he's going to be engaging just yet, but it is a stalemate going down here in the middle, which is not too surprising. The battle for those mid buildings is going to be critical here, guys, as we've seen many times before. you really want to have fairly decent map control within mid because it does allow you to bring the bomb down without any damage at all. So we are going to be seeing Solo getting a couple of shots there, blocked by the invisible rocks. Unfortunately, it does happen in the rebel buildings. We'll see if he's going to be able to lock down that kill. So far, he's been doing fairly decent there. He finally does get taken down by a Hail Mary nade. Mid has been cleared out as well. We are going to be seeing Hit pushing up in, and there's a second player going down. That's going to be Element getting picked up. Pinson now gets the go-ahead from his team to push on up, and he's going to be able to get a couple of shots in on that player as well. So yeah, his team will be able to get control of the north side of this map as well as start pushing that bomb down onto the enemy side. And here we go. Are they going to go for A or Bravo? Most likely you're going to go for that Alpha site. Pretty popular site to go for. It's the easiest out of all of them, and definitely the safest out of all of them once you do get that bomb down. Hit going in for a back range. Oh, going to be spotting one coming out of school. Nice pickup there. Taking down Chocolate. Now he's still going to be able to be basically a thorn in the side here of Evo. Really like the plays going down so far for him. Element does get picked up. We are going to be seeing Gibes coming back up with the G18. Not going to happen, though. Two-piece coming out there for Solo, as he will be able to clean up that push. The bomb does end up going down here by Jackie. See if they're going to be able to hold on to it. No! Jackie will end up going down from a nice hip fire spray coming out. Hit, though, will be across the way. Is he going to be able to prevent any kind of defuse going down? So far, he has been able to do just that. But a push coming up inside. So, oh my god! Halloween going huge right there, as well as Magic Code. Oh my god. Basically wiping out the entire team. That's going to be a guaranteed defuse going down. And we'll see if they're going to be able to make it into this Alpha site for the Chinese side in time. Get that plant down or not, but fantastic job right there, I have to say, from Magico, getting at 3 kills and opening up completely there, especially up in Schoolhouse. Schoolhouse is one of the hardest buildings to have to push up into just because of the way that the stairs are designed, and if you have more than one person in there, it's so difficult to beat that crossfire going in, especially with the reses that are going to be going in as well. So we do have Evo now with the opportunity to strike back. Remember, 10-minute rounds in this best of 3 series, so they do have time on the clock, but they can't dawdle too awful long. Element does push up over here towards the north. We do see Halloween spotting out one, but oh, the spawn coming in from behind will end up taking him down. But I like this positioning so far from Evo. They're going to be able to cross-shot here on top of Alpha. Solo should be in a position here to get a couple of rockets down onto the diffuser if he pops up. I'm not too sure if he's going to be able to catch him out or not. There's the spawn coming in. He is the last man, actually. There, nice pick up there onto Pinson, stopping it just at the last second. Picks up another one there. It's Tiago going down from that ACR, and Solo still going to be lighting it up as he will be alive. Anybody going in for the defuse, not going to be the case. Solo will go ahead, push on in to clean up this last player here, and that's going to be Jackie going down. So it's going to be 1-0 in favor here of Evo, and that's a fantastic start to the match. You know, they potentially were going to get 1-0 themselves there, but we're able to bring it back, and that right there, the setup that we saw Solo making, so good. You don't necessarily have to be on top of the bomb to defend it properly. You know, some of the mistakes that team makes, they think that they have to actually physically be on the bomb or very, very close to the bomb in order to make a difference on it. But as we have seen from last season, from many, many teams, and in fact from the offline finals, especially from the Australians, rockets are extremely useful at long range. You can throw those rockets, they do a decent amount of splash damage, so if the player is around 50 health, you should be able to get the kill, as well as just you're going to get a very fast 1-kill hit if you hit that player anywhere on the body. So definitely something that teams need to utilize will be that rocket play and the positioning. So we are going to be seeing TSC now getting control of that bomb. We'll be able to clean out quite a bit of those players, but Halloween here could actually make a stop. He does get spotted out, though, unfortunately. Coming around the flank, not going to be able to get the kill. Will end up going down himself, but it does give his team enough time to spawn back in over here towards that Alpha side. We do see that push commencing, but Evo so far able to hold off this pressure. Solo, though, going 12-4 right now. Only player in the server going double digits. That is fantastic there on his part. But we are going to be seeing Chocolate still trying to go back and forth, not finding anybody just yet. Tiago looking for any kind of a point to push on in. Oh, he's going to be able to get the headshot there, but Halloween chasing him down. is going to be able to shut any kind of push that we were going to be seeing from TSC. And really, TSC has no answer to this so far. They are completely stuck. Would you be seeing a couple of rockets maybe coming out to take down these buildings? Nice double going down from Gibes. Possibly a third. No, Jackie does get caught out. That's going to be Solo once again, who's just laying down the law. 14-5. He's still going to be keeping it up for his team. And we do see that push now starting in, but the problem is that they did lose the bomb. It has reset, and really nobody's in a position to go back and get it. You know, TSC here is completely at a loss. They're all over into the bombs, but they have no bomb to plant. Oh my god, this is terrible positioning for them. As we will be seeing Tiago down here just getting a couple of cleanup kills, but I mean, they're worth nothing. They're really worth nothing. All of that ground, all of that momentum that we saw TSC gaining there is completely negated by the fact that they did not have anybody back to go retrieve that bomb. And right there might be a communication issue, I have to say, because they should have had somebody to realize that, yeah, the timer is up. But Jackie is going to be able to spot out Halloween, takes him out. Nice play. See if he's going to be able to make the stop for the bomb carrier. 3 minutes left on the clock, so still a lot of time here on the clock, actually. And it does look like we are going to be seeing a little bit of stall for time here on Evo's side. They have taken it all the way into the north side of the map. Now, this can be a dangerous setting here for these guys. Instead of just trying to end it out with a 2-0, they are potentially going to be giving TSC an opportunity to get the kills and be able to get a last-second plant as well, tying it up, or being able to come back 2-1 in the next series. We'll see if that's going to be the case here, as Tiago now starting to wrap around, spotting out 2 of those players. And still successfully being able to hold on to that bomb element here. Be able to get those nice revives going down. Smoke's already going to be coming out, so he knows the push is going to be commencing. Will be able to pick up Tiago there once again. Now he's down to his G18. Not sure if he's run out of ammo on his primary, but it's definitely not a good position for him to be in if he does lose his buddy here. Looks like they have gotten the go-ahead to push on in. They like the opportunity here to go ahead and see what's on to that Bravo site. We do have Solo coming in now. He's going to be able to pick up 2 kills. The third, though, just gets away from him, but hit. Now the last player alive for his squad. And he is nowhere near a position to make any kind of a play whatsoever. And Evo just may have been able to get themselves a second bomb. They were able to bleed down about 1.5 minutes so far. 1.5 minutes left for them to make this play, and it is absolutely possible here, guys. Remember, the timer does extend if the bomb is planted at 1 second. As long as it goes down with at least 1 second on the clock, the timer will be extended. Doesn't look like Element wants to push on down. We do have a solid defense going out. And to be completely honest, if I was on TSC's side, they're doing exactly what they need to. 58 seconds. It's fairly difficult to make any kind of a play. You don't want to have a mistake that's going to cause you to go to a 2-0 situation in round number 2. So this is actually not too bad at a play to make. We do see Magico getting picked up, and this is what I'm talking about, guys. If they start getting taken down, well, 41 seconds. That is definitely stretching. Once it gets down to around 20, it's pretty much round over. There's no way that TSC is going to be able to get it onto a bomb site. But fantastic defense going down from TSC there at the very end. I think it was kind of helped, though, by Evo just not wanting to get too aggressive there with the bomb, and unfortunately, we're not able to push on into that final northern rock. 15 seconds left to go. That is going to be it for round number 1, as we will have a 1-0 lead here for Evo. And we will be switching halves. So, you know, slight little advantage going in for Evo. Not too big, though. That is absolutely doable for TSC to come back. We have seen that multiple times before, teams only being able to get 1 bomb site down, and then the other team able to come back with a very quick 2-0 in round number 2. So this is not a position that Evo can kind of just chill out on. It really isn't. This is something that they need to make sure that they're going to be sticking their nose to the ground, make sure that they will be able to secure this. Look at Solo, though, going 21-8. My God, the guy was just on fire that game. Basically backpacking his whole entire team. Look at that 9-6 there for Magic, 6-9 Halloween 5 and 5 for Element. Chocolate going 7 and 11. So none of his teammates actually breaking those double digits. On the other side of the map, we do have Tiago going 14 and 9, and then Garbs going 10 and 11. So they were struggling in the KD department a little bit, but we'll see if they're going to be able to remedy that in this next game. So, in my opinion, I'm not feeling like any side is really that much harder than the other side. You are going to be seeing teams being able to flood up into the north side of the map a little bit easier from the Chinese side. They will be able to get control of that bomb pretty quickly. Doesn't mean that they're going to be able to control the north side of the map. Remember, what we've seen teams doing in the past, they'll get control of that north side of the map, but if they lose mid control, so if they lose mid map control right here, then it pretty much negates any kind of advantage that they had up in the north, because they have to come down into a hail of bullets as well as head glitches from the other team. And a lot of times you do see the other team being able to win out there, grab the bomb real quick and go in for a plant. We'll see if that's going to be the case this time. Much the same here, guys. We're going to be seeing a lot of rockets coming into the middle of the map. Should be seeing at least one engineer for each side. And, oh, no, Evo might possibly go in for a full med kit. And we have seen this before. I think Uran, was it Uran? We were casting for the previous cups, for the NG Store cups. I think it was Uran that was going for medics. Well, Uran and Dexterity both were going for all medics on Goldman Railway. On one side of the map. So we'll see if that's going to be the case here, and it does not look like that's going to be the case. Halloween, switching out to that engineer kit, we are going to be seeing Hit with the NG kit as well, and we'll just take a look right now real quick, seeing those rockets coming out. There you have it, taking out all of those nice nasty little head glitches, and they should be able to bring some of them actually take down the buildings as well. We know we had Simtic, who went double rockets a couple of times and just went full on bringing down the buildings. But bomb will be going into the favor right now of Evo, as he's going to be taking it down into his own area of the map. And this can be a little bit dangerous here, depending on how well Evo can defend against these this push coming in from TSC. So far, they are going to be able to defend against it fairly well. Tiago able to pick up Chocolate there. But the frags have not been going into their favor so far. And Tiago does end up getting picked up. Yeah, that is a very good push coming in. And oh, where are the spawns coming out? There's really bad spawns coming in from TSC. And I like the positioning here from Evo going in for that C site as opposed to pushing on in towards that alpha site. C is a much more difficult bomb in order to capture. And TSC is going to have a fairly difficult time of getting a retake here. Nice pickup there inside Schoolhouse. You can see how difficult it is to actually get control of it once you do lose it. Halloween is going to be back up as well inside Dwarms. We'll see if he's going to be able to push off a couple of these players from spawn. Now, he is going to be able to catch a couple of these guys coming back from their north spawn. We'll see if that's going to be the case. We do have a push coming in from the south, though, as Jackie making his way over here inside Connector. More spawns are going to be going down. Nice pickup there from Solo, but will not be able to get the two-piece. That does leave it open here, but Element is going to be back up, spotting out both of these players. Gets the two-piece as well, pretty much clutching it out on that second bomb. 2-0 here for Evo Gaming right now, and it is not looking good if you are a TSC fan. The best that they can do at the moment is tie it up, take it into overtime here, but they cannot drop a single bomb once again. And just look at TSC. They have all 5 of their players up and alive, but they didn't check back home. They're going to have to deal with Element here coming in from the backside. Now, Evo is going to be in a slight little spawn trap here, but not too bad. As I said, Elements in the backfield here will be able to give them an outside spawn. And Solo still going to be able to stave this off. Nice pickup so far. He's going to be able to take down at least one. There's a second one. And his teammates will be able to survive this for the time being. The bomb now in their favor. There's Element there, as we were talking about before. Nobody clearing out the backfield, and he's just like, you know what? I'll go ahead and take this bomb, and we'll just run it on in once again. So this is just really bad positioning so far from TSC. Bad communication as well, I think, as they should have had some more spawns coming back up at main to try and get control of this. We do have Magic Code taken down to Tiago now. Full bore pushing on in towards this alpha site. They get control of dorms, it's pretty much going to be game over here, but we do see a push coming in from the north. Chocolate, does he notice this? He does not, ends up going down. Now it's going to be up to Element. Oh, not able to get the plant going in, and that's going to be Magico, the last one left up and alive. We do see spawns coming down. Very wisely, though, Evo is going to be spawning at least one player back at main. And Magic Code here does end up getting taken down, but this right here is really a do-or-die moment for TSC. They have to get it onto the board here in this round. I mean, they just have to. We'll see if this is going to be the moment. As we do see Solo now getting picked up inside school. Guides will be down below as well. Chocolate trying to get the revives going down. Nice pickup onto Gibes. And he is going to be able to lock it down with at least another player, making it a third as well with that G18. Tries to get the reload, not going to be the case. Tiago picking up 2 kills of his own, but you got to watch out for the teammates of Evo. Element across the way, going in for the defuse right now. This is going to be it. Can they take him out? They do with a nice rocket, but Halloween trying to get into the last second. Not going to happen here, guys. Too close to that explosion. And we'll be seeing a full squad wipe going down on top of Evo. So, we do have a 1-2 setting here for TSC. They're still alive in this game. 5 minutes and 38 seconds left on the clock. Plenty of time for TSC to come back. This is very doable. This is actually very, very doable here for TSC, as all they have to do is tie this up, take it into overtime. And we do see Chocolate now trying to make sure they get control, keep control here of the north. Oh no, Evo is going to be playing for time. And this might actually backfire. I mean, before when they were playing for time, they had 3 minutes on the clock. I don't know if they're going to be able to burn down 5. That is a lot of time. There you have it. Magico does get picked up. Chocolate now is going to have to make the play to stop this bomb carrier from coming out. 3 players will be up and alive for TSC. Nice pickup so far. We'll be able to trade out with at least one. We'll see if Evos can pin these players back. Now, Evo will have to watch out. Oh, rocket coming in, taking down Solo. They said, no, man. No 20 bomb for you. You're going to be sticking down into the single digits. But Halloween here is going to be back up trying to take up the slack. So far, it's fairly decent here from TSC. They're really starting to lock down on some of these frags. As we will be seeing the G18s now pulled out. Nice assist going down from Halloween. They will be able to get control of the bomb, clearing it out completely. And I really feel like that we should have seen it probably 1 or 2 more players spawning at their northern main for TSC, just to try and get those back rages. I mean, you can see right now Jackie able to pick up 2 of those kills. And that does leave kind of Evo basically doing the same exact thing. They're just pushing it back towards the rock. As you can see now, the push coming in, trying to get the nice little surround, but it's going to be down to 1 player left up and alive, and he does get taken out. 3 players down right now for Evo. Do we have another back rage coming in? We do. And he is going to be able to take a little bit of damage there, but he makes it out just fine. You can see the spawns down in main there on top of the B site, so they should be A-okay there in terms of defense. Going to be up to TSC to really start locking down a couple of these frags. Start chaining them together just like that. And Halloween does end up getting picked up. Solo going to try and find one there coming into mid. You can see how important these head glitch positions are on Goldman Railway. And this is what I was talking about before, guys. It is so difficult for teams to come down from the north. They've lost the bomb already. Evo picks it up. Solo gets the call out. Hey, guys, go ahead, push on in towards that alpha site. Let's get set up for a defense. And they are going to be able to do just that. 3 players are left up for TSC. How many has come back at main? All of them, actually, are back at main. Now Jackie is going to try and get this plant going down after Chocolate had unsuccessfully done so. And he is going to be able to get it down. And this is going to be really a testament to how TSC can frag and set up where their communications are going to be coming in. And they are going to be able to pick up quite a few of these frags. And oh, Magic Code runs out of ammo. A sliver of health was left there on that TSC member, but he finally does get picked up by Halloween. Where is the defuse going down? Is it going to be able to make it in time? Chocolate still is going to be streaming on in here with players from Evo. Can they make it happen? Elements with a really good pickup, as well as Solo taking down the last remaining player from TSC on that bomb site. And I think, guys, this is going to be it, and it is. So map number 1 will be going over here towards Evo, as we will be having a 3-1 victory going down. Very good game right there from TSC, coming back at the later stages of that match. I have to say I was very surprised to see them putting up that well of a defense. Nothing against TSC, it's just that they were definitely struggling earlier on in that match. So props to them, and we shall see here, guys. We shall see if they're going to be able to come back in map number 2. Now, I believe that was... Let me go ahead and check here. I believe that was Evo's maps. Yes. Gold mode was Evo's choice. Shanghai will be TSC's. Now, Shanghai is a completely different beast. That map right there, we could be seeing TSC being able to do a lot more damage on that particular map. Ooh, hit, though. 3 and 10. Got to step it up a little bit, man. And you can see that Chocolate stepped up, as well as Element. Element, probably MVP of that map. Definitely MVP of that second round. Solo MVP of the first round. Element MVP of that second round. Element was able to get at least one bomb plant going down, I believe. And he was also able to get some really good back rages going down as well. I mean, he pretty much snuck in there, grabbed the bomb, and just juked it out of the way. It was awesome. So definitely good job there for Element. We'll see if he's going to be able to keep it up here on Siege of Shanghai. But Evo, they're definitely stepping up. Their players are not depending on just one person to try and make it happen for them. They're spreading the love around. All right, so should be going live here. And we will be seeing TSC on the Chinese side, the harder side of the map, actually. And this actually could spell disaster for them. I don't want to say it's going to be what ends up taking them down, but this is not a good position for them to be in. If you guys have ever played this map, you absolutely know how just so hard it is to play on that first side, on the Chinese side, the first round of this match. It pretty much sets the pace for the whole game. I'm not saying for all teams, but it definitely does hurt. Of course, if you guys are not familiar, the US team has a slight little advantage. They do get to the bomb first, so their spawns are going to be here and here. They're going to be able to get to the bomb, which spawns right about cha. The biggest advantage that we have for the US team is just the fact that C is so far away from A and B. It's very difficult for the red side of the map to push on in. It's near impossible if the blue team has all 5 of their players left up and alive. We have seen it happen before. Of course, it does happen, but it's at either a great blunder from the other team or really good plays from the red team. I would expect to see, probably with the way that previous round went, it would not surprise me if we saw 2-0. At the most, what you do see from the Chinese team is probably one plant. The really good teams, you know, your Dexterity, your Urans, Synthics, those guys could definitely get 2 bombs on the Chinese side, taking down either Bravo, A, or C, obviously. But it's very difficult. It's near impossible. Definitely expect to see probably a 2-0 or a 1-0 in favor of Evo. Now, we could potentially be seeing TSC play a very defensive, passive game. If C goes down, it would not surprise me to see that happening. If C ends up getting taken out, oh, we do have a recon kit. Let's go ahead and check out Pinzen, as he is going to be using the SR. And if he can pick up this kill over here on street side, that will open it up for a really good flank. Unfortunately, he's not going to have the best gun to do that, and he's kind of wasted a lot of time here with that initial shots. But we are going to be seeing TSC getting that first blood going down. See if they're going to be able to make anything happen off of it. Nope, the shot is going to be missing here from Pinzon. So we'll see the back rage coming out from Element, right? Will be able to pick up at least one. Not picking up the second one, though, but he has opened it up for a little bit for his team. You can see the push coming in now from Waterside. Element doesn't even going down. Chocolate will be able to pick up that trade. This is a terrible position right now for TSC to be in. They really do need to do some damage control. Will be able to pick up Chocolate, and that is a fantastic start in order to do just that. And Magic Code will be back up with the bomb in no position really to push it in. And this is something very interesting. We have seen very passive play coming out right now with Evo with the bomb. Just in general, they've been very passive with the bomb in hand. You normally don't see the bomb being placed up here in the higher tiers. Most of the time what they do is they just don't even get the bomb. You'll see a lot of the higher tier players, they'll either set up inside store or they just won't go for the bomb right away. They'll get those first initial kills and then they'll grab the bomb and try and push on in. Elements though, he's getting pushed back by Pinzon. He's going to be able to spot one inside store. Not going to be able to get the shots on him though, as his teammate Halloween is getting taken out. There's another back rage coming in from Solo. Solo currently 2-2, so not too great there onto the scoreboards. Delaying just a little bit there. Not going to be able to do too much damage. We'll go back on board. Kind of like to see him wrap around on Ice Cream, but I think now, so maybe it's a little bit too late. Yeah, he will end up going down. Teammate coming in from behind. That's going to be hit. Really stepping up after that 3-10 game on Gomad Railway. That was a critical moment as Element tried to come around. Will not be able to make that happen. Halloween also gets picked up. That's going to be a 4-man squad wipe. Can Pinzon make it happen? He's with the recon kit. No. Ends up getting picked up. Now it's going to be up to Gibes here, who's already low on health. And this is really difficult position for him to fight out on, but he's going to do it. Solo does go down. Nice pickup. Nice pickup there. Jackie will be alive. We do see the bomb making its way across the map. This is not what I expected to see from TSC, but I have to say I am very happy to see just this. We do have that big wraparound coming in onto Waterside. Solo will be positioning himself. Spotted out. No rockets are going to be coming in just yet to take down these barriers. TSC might actually be waiting just a little bit too long here. They have allowed Evo to really get a good setup and potentially stop this. You can see the nades just trying to fly in. The incendiaries as well, trying to push back these Evo players. Solo decides to go ahead and test the waters. Will be able to pick up one. The bomb carrier now completely surrounded. No help is going to be coming in here, as we do have now Solo picking up that last and final kill, getting that 2-man wipe there. The bomb now making its way back across the map, but they have burned down a lot of time. You know, TSC, as I said before, they don't necessarily have to win this round. I mean, they can go down one bomb. They just have to prevent a 2-0. They need to prevent that 2-0. And wasting all this time doing exactly this, that's going to be able to secure that that objective. So, fairly decent play going out so far. Chocolate completely surrounded, willing to going down. And Evo just seems like they are at a complete loss as to what to do. No nades here for Magic Code, so we're not going to see any smokes, any frags to try and bust this down. Slight little push possibly coming in from Waterside Element. Not able to get the kills there, but he has pushed back that player. There it is. We do see Gibes now trying to hold on to us. Will be able to do just that. Takes down Solo. Bomb is now down in the hands of TSC. And we do see a little bit out of position there for Element. Does get taken down. That's going to be 3 down currently for Evo. Trying to get those last second spawns to come in from main to stop any kind of a plant that could potentially come in. Halloween will be able to stop that bomb carrier just in the nick of time. No smokes going down either. And I think Pinzon thought he was going to be 9 there for a second. He's about the only player that can make that play actually succeed, as Halloween now going to be pushing on in. Nice turnaround there. Will be able to get Tiago. as he's going to be fairly low on health. Probably going to get pushed as well. But, oh, we do see a back rage coming in as well. Oh, almost able to take him down. Not quite. Where is that bomb carry? Has been reset. So we do see Evo. Oh, no. This is definitely not good for TSC. The exact same thing that happened there on Goldman Railway. And TSC is just so out of position here, guys. I don't know what they can do. We'll go on board right now with Jackie, who is currently 6-3. Make that 6-4. Goes down almost immediately. And with that B site going down, that is a very difficult site to come in on. You can see the gates now being lowered, which will help out the defense considerably here from Evo. No rockets being pushed out from TSC. Tiago needs to spawn in with at least some kind of rocket. And no, we are not going to be seeing anything just yet. Gibes will be able to pick up at least one. That's going to be Solo going down. Oh, but the two players set up inside escalators will be able to do the deed. Jackie sneaking in onto the defuse, though. Oh, no. Is he going to be able to get this? Oh, he did! Jackie able to get the sneaky defuse. Pins and possibly going in with the wipe! Oh, my God. TSC has been able to hang on for now for just a few more seconds. Where the spawn's coming in, we do see him now pushing back up from street side, but no rockets. Nobody's taking down the gate just yet. And we do see that replay going down on top of Bravo. TSC could actually hold this off. We'll see if it's going to be the case here. Once again, Tiago looking in for the possible play here on top of escalators. Will not be able to get him down. That's going to be almost a full wipe. I don't think Hit has it in him here. No, that is going to be it. They are really going to have to be on ball right here with their frags, and they're going to be able to start it out nicely here as Magico does end up going down, but that crossfire is going to be deadly coming in as, ooh, nice assist going down. That's going to be Pins and taking down Halloween. I don't think they're going to be able to make it in time, though. Here is the frantic push coming in right now from TSC. If they can just get on it here in the last couple of seconds, and they have. Tiago has been able to get onto the defuse. No amount of nades are taking him down just yet. Oh, my God. Last second, TSC has been able to do it twice in a row. And they have done it in fantastic fashion. Element now spawning in back at main. Wow, I have to say, TSC has some really, really good defense going down right now. And this is what they needed here on this map. As I said before, if they can play defensively here, if they can just make sure that they can keep this down to a 1-0 game or so, or even a 0-0 game, they do have an opportunity of coming back with the map win. So far, nobody getting onto the scoreboard just yet. We do see TSC with the bomb in hand. Does look like Pinson getting shots from behind. There's a spawns coming in. Element try and chase this down. Bomb carry does get picked up. Nobody's spawning in just yet, but look at this. Jackie might be able to make the save. He will be able to pick up one. Gets the revive on his teammate. That will continue on this push. And can he be able to pick up the second one? His teammate helping out there. That is going to be a fantastic push coming in. And now TSC strikes back, and they're looking to get a bomb of their own here. One of the harder bomb sites, in fact. As we do see Jackie spawning out both of those players. Oh, not able to take down either of them. With the respawns as well. And one by one, TSC is starting to fall here. A very aggressive push that might actually be the death of them. But Gibes, no, with the turnaround, will be able to take it out. There's going to be a second one coming in as well. He is on a roll. It's now down to Chocolate, who was left up and alive inside C buildings, nowhere near a position to get a defuse. And this could actually go into a 1-0 in favor of TSC. Oh my God, Gibes is on a roll, and he picks up another G18 kill. The man is on fire with the third. Finally, going to be able to secure the bomb site. He has just earned his position as the best player in this round. 18-8. The man is on fire. Secures TSC. A bomb will be able to get on the board first. Wow. 21 seconds left on the clock. Pretty much going to end out round number one with a bang. And you could not ask for a better ending to that round from TSC. It looked so bleak so many times. Over and over on that B side, but no, we have seen TSC coming back and able to secure themselves at least a 1-point advantage going into the second round and on the better half. Fantastic job from them. And actually, the ending of the match couldn't have happened at a better time, as we do see Gibes dropping out. I think he had too much of an epic game there. He was too excited and ended up falling. That was a highlight reel if there ever was one. Wow, I have to say that man was just on fire. 18 and 8 there from Chocolate, 13 and 10 from Solo, Halloween going 12 and 12, breaking even. On the other side of the board, we had Hit going 10 and 9, 11 and 8 there for Pinzin, 18, and I believe it was 8 there for Guy. So, I mean, just really, really good game coming out from TSC. As I said before, able to get those 2 diffuses on B. I mean, that was insane. Just especially the second one. I never expected that second defuse to go down. But as I said before, as long as you have a good defense game there on the Chinese side, you're going to be able to come back and hit very, very hard once you switch sides to the U.S. team. So we are going to be waiting in for our 5th player to come in from TSC, as we will be swapping sides. Remember, guys, this is a best of 3. So we do have that opportunity here for TSC to come back and try and make some kind of a play here on our tiebreaker map, if it does go to a tiebreaker. That will be on Parasail Storm. So tiebreaker will be on Storm. I like that map for a tiebreaker with these 2 teams. Should be fairly interesting. You know, it really feels like these 2 teams are fairly even. But it's not consistent. It's really weird. You know, Goldman Railway, if you looked at that match, you're like, oh yeah, Evo just stomped TSC the entire time. But really, in that second round, TSC looked fairly strong. They were able to get a plan of their own fairly quickly, and they held Evo off until 8 minutes, I think, into the match. After I think it was like a minute and 40-second plant. So Goldman Railway was actually a lot closer than what it looks. And then now, here on Siege of Shanghai, we are seeing TSC not only defending twice from the red side of the map, Bravo, okay, which is one of the most difficult bombs once a team. Evo had all 5. They squad wiped TSC, and they were still able to come back in. That's how crazy that was. Not only were they able to defend it, but they were also able to get that alpha site, securing themselves a 1-0 lead in the second map. Just fantastic job from them. Alright, still waiting in for that 5th player from TSC to join on in. We should be going live here very, very soon. So anyways, guys, thank you for coming out and watching. I hope you're enjoying the match so far. Definitely giving us a show in that later stages of that first round of second map. Once again, if you guys are just joining us, this is the ESL One Winter BF4 Season 2015. It's going to be exciting here. These teams will be playing in 4 qualification cups to make it into the playoffs, which will then come down to a single elimination bracket, which then will go into the final winner taking home $2,500, as well as their trip to Europe to play in the offline finals against the best of the best at Cologne, Germany. And I have to say, last season was one hell of a doozy. I'm looking forward to the offline season here, or the offline finals in this season as well. I really think that Dexterity, with the pickup of Pino, well, they're not dexed anymore. But whoever those guys end up being, the crew of Mav, Wag, Julio, Nesk, those guys, with the pickup of Pino, I really think that they have a special combination of players there, and I'm really curious to see if they go all the way this season. I hope that they stay together. I hope that they don't have any roster changes. They've been fairly solid in the past, so we'll see if that's going to be the case here this season. We'll see. All right, 40 seconds left on the clock here, guys. Oh, doesn't look like that 5th player is in just yet. We're going to go ahead and ask if it's live. Some of these guys will end up starting the match while that 5th player is joining in. So we'll see if that's going to be the case. And it is not. So, if you guys are interested, you want to join on in and try and qualify yourself for these cups, make sure you head on over to play.eslgaming.com, or you can head on over to ESL-1.com. Make sure you select on Battlefield. Sign up for our cups that are coming in the future. And that is going to be next Sunday, the 11th. Also going to be having one on the 18th and the 25th. I believe are our dates. Yes. Those are for the regular season cups. Now, you have to get enough points in those cups to qualify for the playoffs, which will be held on the 1st, or the 7th. I'm sorry. It will be held on the 7th and 8th. My bad here, guys. Trying to look at my calendar and making sure that we are not going live at the same time. But will be held on the 7th and the 8th, so make sure you do get your points in as soon as possible. Top 8 teams will end up going into the playoffs. Once again, third and fourth place will be taking home $1,000, second $2,000, and third $2,500, as well as that seat to Cologne, Germany. Whew. Oh, do apologize for that. Had a bit of a cough sneak up on me there. Oh. Of course, guys, make sure you do bookmark that website, play.eslgaming.com/battlefield, as we'll be seeing our winter season for 10v10s and 8v8s coming up here very, very soon. And, of course, we do see a lot of 2v2 cups, which are going to be going down. In fact, there was just a Twitter post on it not too long ago discussing the 2v2 and 1v1 cups that are going to be happening. 1v1 Jets, 1v1 Little Birds, 2v2 TDM cups, and I think we have a 1v1 Tank Cup as well. I know we had one in the past. I don't know if we're going to be doing one in the future or not. But if you are interested in Armor Air, make sure you do sign up for those. And then, of course, our 10v10 and 8v8 seasons, which should be starting up here fairly soon. Information will be posted up on our Twitter account as well as on our Facebook page, so make sure you do follow those two media outlets. And, yeah, we are going to be getting started hopefully here pretty soon. Not too sure what the problem is. We do have guys getting back in. So we are just waiting for TSC to join on up once more. Do apologize for the delays. So I see over here in chat we do see a lot of Evo fans. It's awesome to see you guys supporting your team. I wonder if after what we just saw here in that last round, if we're gonna have any TSC fans. Definitely did do a hell of a lot of work there and played fantastically well. What are my expectations for Pain? Well, I don't know. I really don't know, because they haven't taken that full URAN roster that we were used to seeing over to Pain, and they've left a couple of players that I was kind of surprised about. Snarf and Pinga both stayed over there onto URAN, and really be interesting to see how that team does without those two players. Snarf hadn't been playing a whole lot here recently, but Pinga's always been a constant there for that URAN team. I don't think I've ever cast a cup really with him not in it. So we'll be curious to see how Pain does. They have the players. They have the talent. I mean, they have some of the most talented players in the game currently playing, especially with Revolts. I mean, the guy is just a beast no matter what he does. So it's going to be interesting. I think that Pain is going to be one of the top teams still. I think we're going to be seeing them in the finals quite a bit. Whether we'll be seeing them in the offline finals, that is still to be seen. So definitely root for them if you are wanting to see maybe some different names going up into there. But here we go. 3 seconds left. Evo versus TSC. Map number 2, round number 2 here on Siege of Shanghai. TSC with a 1-point lead in this map. We'll see if they're going to be able to further that even more. They are on the better side. And this is an interesting breakout from TSC. They have 4 players. Wow, 4 players rushing street side. This is definitely a new one. Jackie making his way all the way back behind. He's going to be able to spot out one inside showroom floor. Looking out for the back range. He is not going to be able to connect with the shots. He did spot him, but I don't know why he didn't get the shots off in time. Hit does end up picking up one, but will get taken down by Chocolate. Tiago now coming in for those revives from the flank, and it was successful. They were able to get that full 4-man wipe, as we do have the spawns coming back in. The bomb carry does end up going down. They do not need to get rid of all of this map control that they just gained by overextending themselves back for this bomb. Tiago looking for any rest of those players. Element is going to be hiding right now. We do see Halloween with that nice pickup there on the statue, but not enough. Chocolate will be making his way here from showroom floor, taking down Penzin. And now it's down to 4 players left up and alive to try and make this push coming in for TSC. They haven't been able to do too much successful pushing, but slowly but surely they will be whittling away. But somehow, some way, Evo is managing to cling onto this. Surprisingly enough, hit with a nice revive there on his teammate. See if he's going to be able to get this last couple of frags. He's going to be able to pick up one, but the flank is too strong. And will end up taking him down. Penzin now spawning back at main. Magic Code will be able to get revived. So fantastic job there from Evo. But unfortunately, it looks like we have a drop coming in from TSC. And after what a fantastic push that was originally, that is definitely a shame. They need to get that player in here as quickly as possible, because to be able to lose this match because of a drop when they shouldn't have, I mean, honestly, TSC has just really impressed the hell out of me. And look at this hit! Able to pick up that 2-piece there, taking down the bomb carrier. I mean, this TSC squad, each of these players are stepping up at different points in time, and they're able to just put on one hell of a show. Hit is still going to be able to hold on, taking down Element here. And this is with 4 players, guys. This is with 4 players. They're able to hold off this push from Evo. We do see Hit still backing on up, waiting for those long-range shots. Guides will be up as well. But this is definitely not a good position. A lot of nades are going to be coming in. Looks like Halloween will be able to get the frags there. Penzin trying to get the revives as quickly as possible, but the onslaught here from Evo is now commencing. There are so many players now pushing their way up, and they're just going to completely overwhelm this squad here from TSC. Jackie was just alive for a few extra moments, but honestly, there's not much that he can do in that situation. Unfortunately, just without that 5th player, it is almost an impossible task, no matter what side of the map you're on. Unless maybe lockers, it is so difficult to hold off a 5-man push like that. As we do see Chocolate now setting up for the possible pushing out from the lower spawn. And there it is, Tiago now joining back in. We'll see if they're going to be able to do a little bit of damage control. Remember, the good thing here is that TSC has the easier side, so they can still win this match. All they have to do is just get one more plant, prevent any plants from going down as well. And Evo should be able to secure this B side, although we have seen TSC multiple times sneak on in, and yeah, Magic Code will be just sitting there for the time being, making sure that they will be able to secure it, and they do just that. So Evo getting onto the board here for the 2nd map. 1-1 all tied up. We'll see if they're going to be able to take it here. They have to prevent TSC from getting another plant as well as getting one of their own in order to take the win. Could be seen in overtime here. Not too sure. TSC definitely looking like they have the ability to make this happen. See if that's going to be the case. Evo, though, has to be happy taking advantage of that drop. It's definitely a sucky position to be in, but you take every advantage you can. As we do see Solo now pushing up inside mid. See if we can get that headshot going down. Nope, not going to be the case here. There's 5 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock. Still lots of time here. Lots of time here for TSC. Try and hit back. Nice pickup there from Solo, just being a rock there inside the middle of the map. And he's going to be able to spot out one more. We'll be able to just get a piece of it, but we do have a little bit of a back rage that was happening here from Evo. Magico now going ahead, pushing on up. Extremely aggressive there, takes down Hit. Looking in for that 2-piece. He does get picked up as well as Solo, but Chocolate coming in from street side. And he could be the saving grace here for Evo. Is down to 2 players left up and alive. And oh my god! Able to take down Gibes as well. Let's see if he can do any more damage. Finally does get picked up, but he does give his teammates lots of time here to spawn back in. Element will be waiting for this bomb carrier. Doesn't get the shots on him just in time. We'll see if he can pick up this second one back behind. He will be able to do just that. But the two players from Evo do end up going down. Magic Code, last one left up and alive. See if they can push on in here. Try and secure the site. Does look like Magic Code just trying to get those spawns off. Will not be able to do just that. Hit does end up going down. Pinson will be back up as well. I don't know if this was a great play here. They are going to be able to get onto that B site. And if they can't get this B site, it is going to be one hell of an advantage. But that's twice now that they have gone down trying to get into that position. And TSC here just has not been able to do that. And they're just getting completely demolished here. As Solo was able just to rack up so many kills. 3 kills, in fact, on that bomb site itself. Element now finally getting taken down. The carrier will be able to get that bomb down. Halloween will be back up as well. And we do see a 2-man push coming back up. And I think they will be able to take care of this. Jackie will be the last player left up and alive. Does get completely wiped there. And unfortunately, that's the dangerous part about B. If you do get a guy inside showroom, which that was Solo just holding it off the entire time. I mean, he was able to get, I think, 3 kills trying to get the plant there onto that Bravo site. Plant finally did go down, but just preventing it so many times, allowing his team to get those spawns in, have 5 players left up and alive, and that the pressure that they're able to put in because they're so close to spawn, very, very hard to hold off on it unless you have all 5 of your guys already in position. So in the case right now for TSC, I would have liked to have seen him go in for that C site. Try and secure that one first. Just get that 2-bomb advantage, because they've already shown that with 5 players alive, they can hold it off no problem. And I mean, that would have been what, about a 3-minute and 10-second plant going down, which would have allowed TSC to have to burn about 10 minutes, or I'm sorry, 3 minutes off the clock, which is very easily done on this side of the map. So Gyves will be able to pick up at least one more. Not going to be able to spot out the second one. Does end up going down. We do see Hit now pushed up on top of B ledge. This is a very important position for them to actually secure. Nice pickup there. Element does end up going down. We do see a little bit of a flank coming in here with TSC once again. I don't know if Evo realizes that bomb's already gone, but it is in Magic Code. Trying to get a little bit fancy there. Not going to be the case. Chocolate will be the last player left alive, but he is in a position to provide those spawns for his teammates to keep this pressure on and keep them pinned in the back, and this is what they want, which is really weird when you think about it right now, because we've had 2 bombs going down on the Chinese team, for the Chinese teams, and none for the U.S. team, which is very, very odd. But TSC, season opening, they're going to be hightailing down here onto the C side. Now, they don't have to get too crazy here. 1 minute and 50 seconds left. They do have a lot of time here on the clock, but Solo gets completely taken out. Element will be there to stop any kind of plant from going out. Now, if I was Element right here, I would grab the bomb, run over to Waterside, try and get the reset as fast as possible. They will be able to get their hands on the bomb, and we'll see what Magic Code is going to be doing here with it. Instead of resetting, looks like they are going to be playing a little bit aggressive here, but TSC, it definitely had an opportunity there to make a play, but doesn't look like it's going to be the case just yet. Now, it's not over. You can still see another plant. 1 minute left. There's still a lot of time here left on the clock. Guys now pushing on back, making sure there's nobody going to be going in for a flank. As Halloween now pushing back in for Evo. Remember, it's 1-1 tied up, so if we do go into overtime, it will be 5-minute overtime rounds. Each team will play each side once. And I have to say, TSC doesn't want to give up that advantage that they did have originally. Halloween spotting out one. He's going to be giving chase. Not going to be shooting just yet. Very smart play on his part. Oh, Tiago's just like, hey, buddy, I knew you were there. Gets a nice turnaround. 36 seconds left on the clock. The bomb is down. TSC will be able to get control of it. I don't know. Well, actually, yeah, they do have enough time here. TSC could go in for a last-second plant. Just go. If they just run it to that C site, if they get enough people up alive, they can do this. They can end this map out right here, right now. Penzent is going to try and push up as far as he possibly can. Needs to stay alive. Those rockets are going to be coming out from escalators. They know exactly what's up. Penzent will be able to pick up one. Not the trade out, though. Gyves trying to get a couple of frags. He's going to be spawning out one. Oh, but there's too many people there from Evo, and the bomb is down. That's going to be taking it down, as we will be seeing a 1-1 tie going into overtime, as that was a fantastic match right there, or map right there. Evo did a very good job of containing TSC for the most part. I do have to wonder though. Wow, hits just going massive. Think about that. The last round he went 3 and 10. This time he went 20 and 10. That is crazy. Definitely picking up the slack that Thiago left them when he did drop out. But if you think about it, how much of a change this game would have been had Thiago not dropped out there in the beginning, because they had a 4-man flank going in that went around street side. Actually, that's the first time I've ever seen a 4-man flank going onto street side. Never have I seen a 4-man flank on street side successful. But they were able to get all the way around them, secure statue for the time being, but they did leave that 1 or 2 players there into the back that were able to get those spawns going down. Thiago ended up dropping right at that critical time when they needed that 5th and final player to kind of give them some stability, and it just was not the case. Had he stayed in, completely different game I think we would have been looking at. I think that we'd be going to a map number 3 right now with this one going in favor of TSC. So we are going to be going into overtime here, guys. Once again, if you have not checked this out yet, overtime is going to be 2 5-minute halves. We'll see each team being able to play one side each. It will be the best time that wins. Only one bomb site will count as the round ender. So we'll see if these teams are going to be able to lock this down. We do have to switch the settings. Unfortunately, it does take a little bit of time here. But these teams should be able to get it no problem. Alright, yeah, it looks like right now we're just trying to get the right configs set up in the server. So, yeah, guys, let me know. How are you feeling about TSC so far? They have been honestly a team that I've been very happy with seeing so far. They have surprised me a lot in this match, being able to come back. They didn't really look all that strong on Goldman Railway in the first round, but they were able to climb their way out of a deficit and made it a fairly decent game there in we're able to make a fairly decent showing there in the last round of Goldman Railway, and then coming in here on CG Shanghai in that first round, just really dominating, to be completely honest with you. Just dominating the entire round on CG Shanghai for the first one. Was able to get a bomb site on the Chinese side of the map, which if you're the red team and you're able to get a bomb down, you are doing a hellaciously good job. Unfortunately, the drop in round number 2 caused them to not have that insane play there on street side 4-man rush. Didn't work. Ended up having to settle for basically a 1-1 tie. They were able to mitigate any more damage that was going to be coming in, but definitely would have liked to have gotten at least this map win underneath their belt, taken into Parasail Storm. Remember, this is a best of 3, so we're still going to be seeing possibly another map coming in. So this is going to be a fairly long match for these guys, and you don't want to have to play out all of these matches if you don't want, or if you don't have to. Alrighty. "34 seconds left. First overtime round. We'll see if TSC has it in them in order to get this first bomb site. Now, they do have the better side of the map first, so it's really going to come down to, honestly, I think it's going to come down to TSC to set the pace of the game. They need to push in as quickly as possible, but not too erratically. Hopefully, they're going to be able to keep all their players in and not have any drops. I think if we do see that, should be able to do a fairly decent job. I'm predicting probably around 2.5 to 3 minute plant going down. If TSC is able to get those initial frags like we saw originally. I think that it should be very possible. And no, we are not seeing... Oh, I love this. So right now we are having Evo. 3 players are playing extremely passive because they're waiting for a 4-man push. That is such a good play right there from TSC. Let's see if they're going to be able to capitalize on the fact that those players weren't in position too early on. As TSC here, Jackie set up, trying to get those headshots, not going to be able to connect with those shots at all. Bomb carrier will be pushing up to mid. There's the go-ahead from his teammates. Nice pick up there from Hit. Will be able to get that first frag. Jackie able to take down 2. Not going to be able to get that third there onto Statue, but his teammates coming in. That's going to be Chocolate with a 2-piece for Evo to try and even this out. The bomb should be going down here in just a few seconds onto that C site, and it is just that, and that is going to be a 4-man wipe. Solo trying to come back in from main, but they are not going to be in any type of good position at all. TSC will be able to control all of Escalators. We have set up over here onto Statue as well, but this is going to be interesting. They are kind of out of position, I would have to say, to take care of this. 3-man push from Evo will be coming back in. Nice pick up there from Guides, and the 2-piece, no! He ends up going down, and that will open it up quite a bit. Hit has to come back at an unfavorable position onto Statue. He's going to try and use that head glitch to the best of his ability. TSC is not in the best of positions, but they're going to be able to make do. Evo really struggling here to push on in towards this bomb site. It's getting down to the final seconds. Jackie will be able to pick up 1 more kill. Can he get it to G18? He cannot. The potential defuse will not come in. Beautiful job right there, as we will be seeing a 1:40 plant going down. Fantastic job right there. As I was really surprised to see TSC taking it that fast. I figured it'd be about 30 seconds, maybe a minute longer than that. But no, TSC really just putting the pedal to the metal, man. They just threw it down and just went. You can see right there, 3 and 2, 3 and 2, 2 and 2, 3 and 1, 2 and 3. So all of those guys really able to get some massive amounts of kills there and keep their teams up as much as possible. 1:47 will be the time to beat. Unfortunately, I do not have my pin anymore, so I'm not going to be able to write that down. So, guys, help me remember that. 1:45, as we're going to be heading into our second overtime round. Or no, it was 1:47. It's 1:47, I believe. So this is going to be a fairly, I don't know, it's not a hard task. 47 seconds. Yeah. All right. As we will be seeing if they're going to be able to come back. Evo, it's going to be tough. That is not the easiest time to have to beat. Now, the advantage that they're going to have is the fact that, yes, they will be on the easier side. All right, so minute. Oh. Sorry about this, guys. My setup is not wanting to cooperate with me today whatsoever. There we go. Alright, so there's the time right there on the top for overtime. TSC, slight advantage. We'll see if they're going to be able to hold on to that and take it to a map number 3. Or will this be the moment that Evo clutches it out? I don't know. 1:47. That is a very fast time. And be able to take it 2-0 total. I don't know if that's going to be the case or not. So go ahead and swap these. Alright, so 15 seconds left to go. Oh, it is not going to be live. Looks like somebody may have dropped. We are going to be having a round restart for this guy to jump on in. Definitely do not want to see TSC going in with 4 players. If they do, that's pretty much going to be game over. So yeah, we're definitely needing to wait for those guys to join on up. If we do see a drop coming in, which, by the way, is if you guys don't know, the rules on whether you can restart with a player dropping or not. If there is if the initial frag goes down, then you can no longer reset the server. So as long as nobody has got any kills, then you can reset the server with a drop. But until then, or rather after that, it is no longer possible. So we'll see if this is going to be the case or not. Now, we're not going to be very, very unlikely. We're going to be seeing a tie here in overtime. So this is definitely going to be a do or die moment here for TSC. I think they have a fairly decent chance of making it happen. I don't really see, honestly, I don't see Evo being able to get a minute and 47 plants from what we have seen previously. I mean, TSC has shown an incredible amount of defensive power here on Caesar Shanghai in terms of fragging, as well as positioning. They've had some fairly decent positioning, and I have to say that I'm liking the plays coming out from TSC, some mind games going down as well, and should be pretty interesting to see how they end up playing these out. Alright, so quick little update here on the brackets. If you guys are interested in checking out the brackets yourself, you can type in !bracket. Of course, we do see Sponsorless, who was previously Dexterity, will be moving on to the round of 16 because they did get a bye. We are going to be seeing Torbash Esports. I do apologize for the name, but they're going to be facing off against Yakuza in the round of 16. Sunset Riders versus Success Key Team. Spetnaz has taken down Synchrony, and they're going to be facing off against the winner of this match, TSC or Evo. And then, of course, Pain getting a bye in that first initial round as well. They'll be playing off against the winner of Pub and Lynx. So, yeah, some fairly interesting matches that are going to be shaping up here in the future. I'm really looking forward to our semifinals matches. I think those are going to be some really, really, really good back and forths, as we'll be able to see Pain and the Elevate or the new Elevate squad, not really a new Elevate squad, but a different Elevate squad, who was able to take down Dexterity twice in the NG Store Cups, qualification cups, which was just a fantastic match. And then, of course, we will be able to check out the newly formed URAN Gaming as well and see if they're going to be up to the task to take down Sponsorless, previously Dexed, today. So, still waiting in for our fifth final player for TSC to join on in. Do apologize for delays, guys. Hopefully we're not going to be having too many delays here in the future for tonight, as that'll make for a very, very long night. We are going to be having quite a few matches. Our finals today will be in a best of 5, so you guys, if you're going to be here for the long haul, definitely sit down with some popcorn. Make sure you get your sodas up and ready, because it's going to be a long one here, guys. It's going to be a long one. If you want to check out how you can sign up for our qualification cups, make sure you sign up or head on over to play.eslgaming.com/battlefield, and you can see the qualifications there for signups right in front of you. If you guys are console players, we do have console cups as well. So if you think that ESL is only for PC, you are absolutely wrong. So definitely go check out for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. We do have weekly cups going on over there. And then we do have vehicle cups that are going to be going down as well. We have our winter season, which should be getting announced here pretty soon. No date on it just yet, but should be getting announced here fairly soon as to when we're going to be starting up for 10v10s and 8v8s, both for EU and the Americas. And then, of course, we'll be seeing some, for fun cups, some 1v1 Jets, 2v2 TDM cups, 1v1 Little Birds, and 1v1 Tanks, potentially 1v1 Tanks. I know we had a cup not too long ago going down, which is pretty cool to watch. So we'll see if that's going to be the case or not. Alright, so this is live. Hopefully they are going to be able to stay in. We'll be able to get this match a-rolling. Remember, Evo, they have the easier side this time. They have to be a minute and 47 seconds. There you can see at the top part of your screen right there. And I don't know. This is going to be interesting. I do think Evo, if Evo can get some entry frags going down right away, like 2 frags right from the start, then I think that they can beat that minute 47 seconds. But they're going to have to push, and Evo has not shown that they're a very aggressive team. I mean, they did get a very fast plant there on Goldman Railway, but generally they play very, very passive. We saw there in the first round of Siege, they held the bomb for, God, a good 4 minutes, I believe. On Goldman Railway, they kept playing passive there into the north, so we'll see if they're going to be able to have that aggression in them in order to make this play happen. And here we go, guys, for the potentially last and final round of the series. TSM has to be able to hold this off for a minute and 47 seconds in order to secure themselves a 3rd map and potentially the win here. The winner of this match, once again, will be moving on to the round of 16. So we will see how this is going to be shaping up. Nice pick up there as we do see TSM being able to get first blood. Jackie will be set it up. There's going to be a second one going down. Looking for that 3rd here, and this is not looking good for Evo whatsoever, as a fantastic defense going down right now for TSC. That's going to be a 3rd player getting picked up from Evo as well. The bomb carrier is kind of out, left alone, not really in a position to do much of anything at all. 4 minutes and 15 seconds. They have to get the bomb down in here in the next 10 seconds in order to get a win, and that does not look like it's going to be possible. Tajaki will be able to pick up at least another frag. Pinzen looking in for another one himself. Nice pick up there onto Solo, and guys, that's going to be it there. That is a 45-second plant time, and we are going to be seeing GGs being thrown out very, very quickly. Guys will be able to pick up that final kill there onto Elements, and that's it. That's pretty much game. So congratulations there to TSC. They will be able to take this overtime round, no problem. And we are going to be heading on into our next match, or next map, which will be Paracel Storm. All right. So, yeah, really good plays going down from TSC. I don't think anybody was really that surprised to see TSC being able to take that that overtime, just because of how well they have played. I think in this entire map, they have really owned this map. And honestly, I think that they would have been able to negate a overtime completely without that drop. Had it not been for that drop, completely different game. We would already be in the Paracel Storm right now. So, fantastic job going down for TSC. As far as how we're going to be seeing Paracel Storm working out, I really don't know. To be honest with you, Paracel Storm is, well, that's an interesting beast right there, because it really comes down to how well the teams can set up on the defense of the bomb site. I know that's like, well, duh, Brett. But honestly, it's really going to come down to, once they get that bomb planted, how well can they hold them off for 45 seconds? How well can they hold off that initial spawn wave that's going to be coming in? And, you know, we've seen a lot of teams failing, not able really to do much of anything at all in that situation. So, and a lot of overtimes on Paracel Storm, to be honest with you, which is really surprising, because Paracel Storm is a very very close map. It's one of the closest maps that we have. So to see a lot of stalemates going down, it's kind of interesting. So, anywho's, we are going to be switching it up. TSC keeping alive here in this best of 3 series. 1-1 tied up overall. They've got to be ecstatic about that. Hopefully we're not going to be seeing too many drops coming in this match. I really want to see TSC being able to make it all the way through with 5 players, because I think they have the potential of taking this match versus Evo. I think Evo needs to get a little bit more aggressive than what we've seen here in the past. They try and burn too much time down, I think, and it ends up biting them in the butt. I also just feel like they don't have the guns really to back it up, which is really funny, because Solo was just locking it down there in that first round of Goldmud Railway. We'll see if he's going to be able to heat up here in this match and try and carry his team a little bit here. But update here on the bracket, we are going to be seeing Slap moving on into the round of 16. Still waiting on the Elevate and Sunset Riders match. Pretty sure that's going to be Elevate and Slap in that particular match right there. I'm sorry, Sunset Riders black. Sunset Riders actually has 2 teams. I did not know that. They're going to be facing Sunset Riders white will be facing off against Success Key. Spetnaz, of course, will be facing off against the winner of this match. We're still waiting on the Pub and Lynx match. Raptor Team and Jedi Gaming is still going on, as well as Fit for Fight Esports versus Infinity. And I think Infinity should be able to take that one. I'm not too sure who Fit for Fight is. And then we do see Amazing Team versus Team Verta facing off, and the winner of that one, unfortunately, has to face off against Sponsorless, formerly Dexterity. We are in line here, guys, for a potential Pain versus Dexterity finals, which will be very, very interesting to see, as that is their new lineup. Gonna go ahead and check it out right now. You'll recognize the majority of the players, if not all of the players. We do see Jiri, who we've seen play a lot with Dexterity, Maddie, Mosk, Revolts, Spawnness, Gabrielos, and Zig. Really, really happy to see Spawnness and Gabrielos on this team, as well as Revolts. Those 3 players are some of the best fraggers that you'll ever see. Spawnness, I think, is one of those the guys that can just be a playmaker. He played extremely well in the NG Cup for URAN. He was able to pretty much be the difference maker for them getting up into the finals in one of the matches. So really expecting some big stuff out of that guy on that team. And then, of course, Revolt's always a solid player. And then Zig. Zig is a player that has been really, really showing up and coming into his own for Squad Obliteration. He's always been there for Dom, but he was never really a huge factor in domination. Whereas in Squad Obliteration, we've seen him really start to blossom as a player, and we've seen him do some amazing plays, not just in terms of frags, but just also some objective plays, being able to move the bomb, get it into position, and get those plants down. So as well as the defense. So we'll see if there's going to be any really big plays coming out of that team. Really looking forward to watching them play, as well as I know you guys are. And then I'm kind of curious to see how URAN, which there is a potential here for URAN, the now URAN team, to face off against Dexterity in the semifinals, which that would be very, very curious to see as well. But enough about that. We are going to be having our 3rd and final map going down, TSC versus Evo. Map number 3. We are still in the round of 32 here, boys and girls, and we've seen such a fantastic match going down. We'll see if Evo is going to be able to clutch this out, close this out, or if TSC can make one heck of a comeback and be able to secure themselves in that round of 16 spot. So right now these teams are playing for points, so as many points as you possibly get to help them out going into the playoffs. Definitely want that. Now usually we do see at least 2 engineers on the US side of the map. Now the reason why we see them on the blue side, just to try and knock down Solo House, knock down B buildings, but not going to be the case this time. Instead, all medics, and very, very fast here for Evo, as we do see a push coming in. Oh, Tiago will be able to get that first shot. Did he get a double there with that hipfire spray? That was ridiculous. Trying to pick up a 3rd, not going to be the case. The bomb carrier is still going to try and make his way over here towards this A side. Not going to be the case just yet, though, as we do see Jackie now backed on up, pretty much stalling out this push. We do have a back rage here from Pinzon. And that's going to be Halloween getting picked up. Nice play here from TSC so far, as it was looking a little bit grim there, I would have to say, right from the start, but it looks like they have been able to mellow it out just a bit. And it's kind of interesting to see this choice from Tiago. We don't see a whole lot of the burst variant M16 being used, and Jackie doesn't end up getting picked up. That's going to be a full squad wipe going down on top of Evo. And now TSC with the bomb in hand is in such a beautiful position here to go attack onto the C site. And again, we've just seen time and time again them being able to come in onto some of the harder bomb sites. Nice initial shots coming in, and he does get the plant just in time. Beautiful play right there from Gibes, as Jackie does end up getting picked up. We'll see the cross shots if they're going to be coming into play. Pinzon trying to get those spots spotted out. Nobody on the defuse just yet. Hit has been taken down. Tiago with the spawns coming in. And interesting positioning so far. Pinzon not finding anybody just yet. We do see him kind of stalled out here. Evo really struggling to come back in. And TSC right now will be able to defend this. Looks like successfully. Pinzon having to back on up. Gibes going to be able to take down one. Jackie also picking up one of his own. And yeah, I think that's going to be a very fast plant coming in here for TSC. 1-0 getting on the board. And 2 minutes and 13 seconds, no less. Wow, that is crazy. Plus, they have the majority of their players left up and alive, and that's going to allow them a lot of map control. One of the things that teams don't really consider when they're defending onto these bomb sites is, you know, will I have that map control? You know, if I stay too close to it, the bomb is going to kill me. And we've seen 4-man wipes, you know, 3-man wipes happen on top of the bomb sites, and pretty much all of that hard-fought map control lost. So we'll see if that's going to be the case this time, or will Jackie be able to secure B buildings? He is going to be able to pick up 1, and does look like only 1 player left up. That's going to be Magic Code. Are we going to be seeing a 2-0 going down? Wow, that is crazy. Halloween and Solo, both no kills. They are 0-6. Guy's going to be able to take down at least 1. Pinzin, a little bit of a team kill there. Tiago also going down. Slowly but surely, we are going to be seeing TSC starting to get picked up, whether it be by their own teammates or not. But Jackie now spawning back, and can he get the frags? He cannot. Halloween barely with a sliver of health, as well as Element taking down hit. Trying to get in onto this B site here. See if they're going to be able to get to the defuse. Not going to be the case here. That's going to be a full wipe. So yes, they will be able to get onto that B site just in the nick of time. And they will be able to secure it, pushing on in onto that C or B site. Not really sure if they're going to be able to do too much damage here, just for the sole fact that there's a lot of time that we do see TSC being able to come back in for the defense. Jackie will be back up as well, trying to push it onto basketball courts. We do see the bomb making its way over here towards A, and I don't know if TSC has actually noticed that just yet. Wow, that was a crazy shot there from Jackie. But that alpha site will be getting planted on. Spawns are going to be coming in. Ooh, Jackie, though, taking a lot of damage. Not going to be there just in time. And look at the flank coming in from Halloween. He is definitely going to be making his presence known. Finally getting out of that 0-6 KD, and he's going to be able to come back, making sure that, yeah, you know what? I do deserve to be here, guys. Be able to make some plays as he's picking up another one. Oh, my God, the headshot coming in. Gets the kit switch real quick. Not going to be able to get the revive, though. And that will be a full wipe there inside trenches. We'll have Evo coming out from the north. Chocolate also going to be pushing in as well, taking down guys. But can they get onto the defuse? Yes, they should be able to get onto the defuse just in time. Magico, though, coming in for the potential kill. Not going to be the case. And it's not done yet. Evo, they still have 4 players left up and alive here. And they're pushed up fairly aggressively on top of trenches. But, oh, Halloween. Not able to spot out that last player inside trench. We'll end up taking quite a bit of damage, but he's able to survive just for a moment longer. 5 minutes left on the clock, so still a lot of time here. TSC, they don't have to get too crazy. They don't have to get too crazy with these pushes. They have lost the bomb, but it is on the opponent's side of the map, so they're not going to have to worry too awful much about a potential quick push coming in for a plant. They are set up kind of in an awkward position, as we do see Tiago getting completely surrounded there. Willem going down. Magica coming in from the top. He ends up getting picked up. Solo now for a little bit of a flank here on top of Beach. Not going to be the case. And I have to say, Caster Curse is in full effect here, guys, as everybody I'm selecting just dies. Chocolate also goes down. Jackie will now be waiting in for this push. He can hear the footsteps coming out. Oh, the nade there. Might actually be able to do some damage, but Jackie's like, you know what? Let's go ahead, push this bomb over to the other side of the map. This will give his teams a little bit of time to spawn back in. This is just time here, guys. This is just time. So I like that play from Jackie. That was very smart on his part. We are going to be seeing that plant going down, but I mean, if you think about it, that could have been 10 seconds. 10 seconds right there that Jackie was able to give his team. So in this potential plant here, that is definitely a huge amount of time. Solo will have to back this up. Already down to 3 players. So this is what I was talking about, guys. They had all 5 players left up and alive, and now all of a sudden they just cannot get the defense going in. But Solo able to get the hipfire spray. Second player coming in, finishing that off, no problem. And yeah, this is just not looking good for Evo whatsoever. Tiago now coming in with a pistol in hand, using that good old 93R, something that we haven't seen a whole lot of here since the G18 takeover. But he's going to be able to do quite a bit of work, and not going to be able to get a pick up there for that 2-piece. But the bomb making its way over here towards that alpha side of the map. Guibe's still going to be doing some work. And if he can pick up a couple of kills over here, or at least distract a couple of these players. It's going to be just fine. Yeah, he's going to be on a one-on-one. Does end up getting picked up. But Evo lost a lot of time there. They don't really have a whole lot to come back on. But do have the bomb in hand. Solo doing some big work. 6 and 9, making his way out of that 0 and 6 position, which is oh so terrible. He does end up going down. Hit will be able to get the final kill there. Chocolate though coming in. Can he save the day? He will be able to trade out with one. Halloween also coming in with the help. And they will be able to get the 4-man wipe. Now pushing the bomb across the map. TSC, I think, just made a huge mistake right there that will open it up for a plant on top of C site. Now, C is definitely not an easy site to defend. It will be fairly difficult for Evo to hold on to this, especially since TSC is able to get control of tower. Having the high ground right here makes a huge difference. And they're going to be able to get a fairly decent flank going down as well. There's a spot coming in. Hit will be able to get the kill onto Halloween. Should they be able to take down Beach side? I think they will. Only 2 players will be left up. Oh my god, Hit. That was ridiculous. Getting the nice quick turnaround as well as the frag. Gets a 3rd one as well. Can he make it a 4th? Pulls out the G18. He can! Dizzy takes out almost the entire team. Finally willing to getting picked up. His teammates, though, are going to be coming back around, trying to clear it out. Tiago not able to get that final kill. Did the defuse go down? It did. So we do have more spawns coming back in for Evo, but just not enough. TSC will be able to get the cleanup and the squad wipe. They will be heading their charge over here towards Alpha. 1 minute and 6 seconds left on the clock. So here's the deal. If they're going to be able to burn down 30 seconds, get the plant, then there's pretty much no time for Evo to try and come back with a second plant of their own. But there it is. A site should be going down, and it does. Solo will be able to pick up at least one of those frags. Tiago, though, very low on health, does end up getting picked up. There's the revive down to doubt, just Penzin and Hit to try and hold on to this. Penzin here getting shot from behind, not going to be able to do much of anything at all there in that situation. That is going to be pretty much an easy defuse there. But we'll see if they have enough time. I don't think that they will. Elements, though, is going crazy right now. 20 and 12 for his team. Locking it down for the most part. Jackie will be able to spot out one. Can't get the frags on just yet. That's Halloween. Really nice turnaround there on him. As well as Solo going to be able to pick up hits. Now down to 2 players. Will they be able to make it in time? 5, 6. I don't think that they have it. It's going to be 2 seconds. 1. Nope, they are not going to be able to make it in time. So close. 2 more seconds, and that would have been a plan to try and make it happen. But we do have a 1-0 advantage there for TSC. And I have to say, they have to be pretty happy about that. I mean, honestly, TSC probably should have been able to get that last plant there onto B. It was looking very, very close. But that is a fairly difficult bomb site to hold on to if you don't have your players slightly spread out. You really need your players to be able to get some really good cross shots and a little bit of a back rage going down as well at the same time. But that was not the case. We do see Hit going 18 and 11. Gibes going 16 and 11, 17 and 13 there for Tiago. Elements going 21 and 14, dropping that good old 20 bomb. 13-13 there for Halloween. Magico going 13 and 17 as well. So fantastic job all around. I have to say, you know, if Evo can pick it up just a little bit on their defense, they should be just fine. I mean, we had, what, 2 plants on A? I think we had 2 plants on A and a plant on C, and they were never able to convert on any of those. So we need to be seeing a little bit better positioning, I have to say, from Evo, maybe. But I mean, those are fairly hard bomb sites to defend against. It's kind of an awkward position to where you set up, where you set up, and where you put your players in order to catch those guys trying to stream in, especially in those crossfires. So, anyways, we are going to be swapping sides. TSC will now be on the red side. We are going to be having Evo on the blue side. Anybody drop out? Not the case. So we're going to be saying good luck, have fun's being thrown out to everybody. Players to look forward to here. I think, honestly, Gibes and Hit are the players that I really want to pay attention to on TSC. Those guys have just really been laying down the law for that team. And Hit especially there with that nice 4-piece there at the very end. We're also going to be seeing Element. Solo needs to pick it up. You know, we saw a really great game out of Solo in round 1 of Goldman Railway. Since then, he hasn't really shown up. He hasn't really been that consistent of a fragger. If he can start stepping up, or if we can get, you know, maybe Chocolate to step up, because he did a fairly decent job in Siege of Shanghai, then, you know, I think Evo will have a chance to come back in the second round. But they got to get some frags underneath the belt. They need to get they need to get something going on. Oh, 20 seconds left here before we get started in this potentially last and final round, if it doesn't go to a overtime in this best of 3 series. Right now, TSC in the lead by 1 point. We'll see if they're going to be able to further it out anymore. I do think that TSC probably has a slight advantage. They got the momentum coming in from Siege of Shanghai. They have the momentum from that first round coming in as well. And their fragging is just looking fantastic. So Evo is going to be able to get onto the bomb right away. This is the second time that they've been able to get control of the bomb first. And they will be moving it over here towards the Chinese alpha side of the map. See if that's going to be working out for him or not. Oh, Penzin going in for a flank, and he picks up 2. Beautiful job right there from Penzin, getting control of the bomb. And look at that. This is exactly what we saw in round number 1. TSC able to get a very early plant, all because Evo tries to be a little bit safe there, taking it back into their own area. Penzin, though, might have made a bad mistake there, but unfortunately the other team was not able to convert on that positioning. So we do have a hit now, pushing up very, very aggressively here. Could potentially catch a couple of these players off guard. Really like his positioning overall. Very aggressive. Will be able to give a lot of information for his team, as well as a couple of frags. He does finally end up getting picked up. Tiago now picking up the slack himself. Picks up a nice 2 kills in the row. Will finally end up getting picked up himself. And it's all up to Penzin here to try and stay alive. Now, I do not think that TSC oh, the nade coming in onto the diffuser. We do see Chocolate now trying to go for a diffuse of his own, but no, not going to be the case. Oh, beautiful job right there from Jackie. That was going to be putting in the incendiary at the last second, holding it off. So we are going to be seeing 2-0 in favor of TSC. And they have got to be ecstatic about that. So right now, guys, it is crunch time. Basically, we're seeing Goldman Riley, but in the reverse in terms of the scores. TSC could end out this game right here, right now, with 1 more bomb site, or we could have a potential overtime coming in if Evo can secure 2 bomb sites of their own, which I don't think that's going to be likely here in this situation. We'll see if TSC just puts on the full defensive brakes, or if they're going to be able to get a little bit aggressive here. We do see that C site now getting pushed on. Gibes will be pushed up inside mid, not really in a position to do much of anything at all. Does go down. And we do have Element with a nice, at least 1, possibly a 2nd kill. But yeah, TSC is going to get wrapped around on here. There's really nothing that they can do in this position. Once that bomb is planted, it is so difficult to get defused. You can just see the positioning right now of Elements, how dominant it is. He's going to be able to use this head glitch beautifully, as well as just getting this flank. I mean, there's just no cover for this TSC squad. And here we go, Elements still laying down the law. Can he pick up this last kill? He does, taking down Jackie. Anybody there on the defuse? We do see Hit here attempting to go in for a last and final defuse, but not going to be the case. Will get picked up. So now we're going to be evening it up 1-2 in favor of TSC still, with 6 minutes and 35 seconds left on the clock. And that's really the dangerous part about going in for very, very fast plants, is that it does leave it open for the other team to counter plant on you and still have enough time to come back for a second plant to end the game. 6 minutes and 30 seconds, that is a long, that's an eternity if you're trying to play defensively, which I do not think TSC should do. I think TSC should play aggressively, but smart. Now Tiago basically outrunning his cover right in front of a couple of players there from Evo. And Gibes going to be able to pick up 1 from behind. Penzin and Hit also getting picks of their own. Now down to Element once again, the last player alive for Evo. As we do see guys now pushing in onto basketball courts. Do they go for Bravo, or will they be going in for Alpha? Looks like they are going to be going in for B, which I cannot blame them here. If they can get control of Tower with 5 players, they should be just fine here in getting this plant. Pinson doesn't even getting picked up, as we will be seeing Gibes trying to find his last player, but Tiago beats him to it. Revives will be coming on in. And this is just looking horrible here for Evo. TSC really laying down a lot of frags. And Pinson will be back up as well. That's going to be all 5 players with a squad wipe coming in. TSC is on fire right now. And Pinson is leading the charge. 10-2. Gibes 10-3. The frags are looking crazy right now. Yeah, and they're just set up so nice. Hit going to be able to pick up at least 1 there from the sandbags. We do see guys waiting in for a potential push coming around. Not going to be able to catch him out just yet. Hit does go down, but Gibes there with the save. Anybody going to be able to get onto B in time? No, that is not going to be the case. GGs are thrown out, and that is going to be TSC coming back in a map number 3 and looking so dominant there, not only on Siege of Shanghai, but also on Paracel Storm. And they're going to be moving on into the round of 16, facing off against, let's see, it will be Spetnez team. So that's going to be a fairly interesting match right there. TSC really showing up and showing some really, really good promise there in that match. It was a little shaky in Gold Mode Railway, but they have definitely proven that they belong here. They absolutely belong here. So congratulations to them. They are going to move on, like I said, once more. Now, we are going to be seeing our next match, which hopefully is going to be, let's see, Elevate and Slap. I don't know if that match is ready just yet. But we're going to be talking to our admin here in just a few seconds. But anyways, yeah, fantastic job there. I hope you guys did enjoy that match. We do have lots and lots of matches coming up in the day. If you guys want to check out the bracket, type in ! bracket. You will be able to see everything that is going to be going down. Amazing Team did take down Team Verta. We are still waiting on the Fit for Fight Infinity squad to finish up, as well as the Raptor and Jedi Gaming. Everybody else has moved on for the most part, and we are going to be moving straight on into our next match here. So we are just really moving on, which I have to say is awesome. No delays whatsoever. But we are going to be taking a quick little break. I'm going to get me something to drink, guys. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. I promise you, we'll be right back.